My dear child, I need you to hear what I am about to say. Right now, in this exact moment, there is someone you care about who is carrying a burden they cannot voice. The unease you have been sensing is not your imagination. It is real, and it is urgent. I am reaching out to you because you are the bridge between their suffering and the relief I want to bring. This is not random. You are here for a reason that will become clear if you stay with me through these words. Listen carefully. The person in your thoughts, the one whose face appears when you close your eyes, they are struggling with something that goes deeper than what anyone can see on the surface. I know you have noticed the change. Maybe it is in the way they speak now, more quiet than before. Maybe it is in their eyes, carrying a weight that was not there months ago. Perhaps their body is weakening in ways that frighten you. I see it all, my beloved. I have been watching every single second of their pain, and I have also been watching you, waiting for you to recognize that I placed you in their life for such a time as this. Before we go further, I want you to do something simple. If these words are speaking to something real in your heart, let me know you are listening. Share this message or leave a word below so that someone else who needs to hear this tonight can find it. Your small action creates a pathway for others. Now let me tell you what I know. You have been losing sleep. Thoughts race through your mind in the dark hours. Questions you cannot answer on your own. What if this gets worse? What if I am not strong enough to help? What if my words mean nothing? These fears are natural, but they are not the truth. The truth is this: I have given you a voice that carries more weight than you realize. When you speak on behalf of someone you love, you are not speaking into empty air. You are speaking into my presence, and I am already moving before the words leave your mouth. Think about the story of the friends who carried the paralyzed man to where I was teaching. The house was so crowded they could not get through the door, so they climbed onto the roof, tore it open, and lowered their friend down right in front of me. I did not heal that man because of his own faith. I healed him because of the faith of those who refused to give up on him. You are in that same position right now. You have the ability to carry the one you love into my presence through your trust and your words. Do not let fear convince you that nothing will change. Fear wants to paralyze you into silence, but I am asking you to do the opposite. I am asking you to speak life over them, not with doubt in your voice, not with hesitation, but with confidence that comes from knowing I hear every word. When you say their name in your prayers, when you declare wholeness over their body, peace over their mind, and strength where they feel weak, you are activating something that was already set in motion before you even realized there was a need. Take a breath. Let your heart settle. You are not carrying this alone. I am standing with you, my precious one, and the authority you speak with is not your own. It is mine, given to you freely because of the love you have for them. This is not about perfection. This is not about having all the right words. It is about your willingness to stand in the gap even when you feel uncertain. Right now, I want you to speak these words either silently in your heart or out loud wherever you are. Do not rush. Let each phrase settle in your spirit. Say, I bring the one I love into your presence. I ask for your covering to surround them, for your peace to enter every part of their body, and for your strength to fill the places where they are weak. I release my worry and I choose to trust you completely. If you said that with sincerity, something just shifted. You may not feel it yet, but I heard you, and I am already at work. This is not a one-time prayer. This is the beginning of a new way of walking with me through their situation. Keep speaking life. Keep choosing trust over fear. Even when your emotions tell you otherwise, hold on to what you know to be true about who I am. Let me address something I know is running through your mind. You might be thinking that it is too late, that too much time has passed, or that the situation has gone too far. I want you to understand something crucial. What looks like an ending to you is not an ending to me. I specialize in stepping into moments that seem impossible and turning them completely around. I have done it throughout history, and I am still doing it today. The same power that raised the dead, calmed the storm, and made the blind see is available right now for the person you are concerned about. Do not measure what is happening by what you can see with your physical eyes. Measure it by what you know I am capable of doing. There is activity taking place right now in the unseen realm that your natural senses cannot detect. Healing does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it begins quietly, in small ways, and then grows until it becomes undeniable. Trust the process, even when the evidence has not yet appeared. If you have felt a weight on your chest or a tightness in your stomach over the past days or weeks, it is because you are spiritually connected to what they are going through. That connection is not a burden. It is a gift. It means you have been chosen to stand for them when they do not have the strength to stand for themselves. Do not waste time second-guessing whether you are the right person for this. I do not make mistakes in who I choose. Let your voice become steady. Being certain does not mean you have no questions. It means you have decided to move forward despite the questions. Remember the storm on the sea when the disciples were terrified and I was asleep in the boat. They woke me up in a panic, and I stood and spoke directly to the wind and waves. Immediately, everything became calm. My beloved, I am not asleep in your situation. I am fully aware, fully present, and fully capable. Your job is not to fix everything yourself. Your job is to trust me and keep speaking truth over the chaos. Now I want to shift your focus for a moment. While you have been so concerned with their physical condition, I also see something else. I see the emotional weight you have been carrying, not just for them, but for yourself. I see the guilt you feel when you are not able to be there every moment. I see the frustration when you run out of words to say or energy to give. I see the exhaustion that comes from caring so deeply. My child, you cannot pour from an empty vessel. Part of trusting me with their situation is also trusting me with your own well-being. I do not require you to carry what was never meant for you to carry. Bring your weariness to me. Bring your frustration. Bring your sadness. I can handle all of it, and I will exchange your heaviness for a lightness that only comes from my presence. This moment right now is sacred. You are not just reading words on a screen. You are being invited into a deeper level of relationship with me, one where you experience my closeness in the middle of difficulty, rather than waiting for the difficulty to pass first. I want to teach you how to find peace, not because everything is fine, but because you know I am with you regardless of how things look. If you are still reading, it means something in your spirit recognizes truth. I am asking you now to make a declaration, not to me because I already know your heart, but for your own benefit. Say this however feels right to you. I will not allow fear to have the final word. I believe you are working even when I cannot see it. I choose to stand in faith for the one I love, and I trust your timing completely. That declaration just created a shift in the atmosphere around your situation. Keep returning to it whenever doubt tries to creep back in. Speak it again and again until it becomes the foundation you stand on instead of the fear that has been trying to pull you down. Let me remind you of something powerful from the ancient accounts. There was a woman who had been bleeding for 12 years. She had spent everything she had on doctors who could not help her. She was isolated, considered unclean, forbidden from touching anyone. But when she heard I was passing through her town, something rose up inside her. She did not wait for permission. She did not ask if she was worthy. She pushed through the crowd, reached out, and touched the edge of my garment. Instantly, she was healed. Do you know what I said to her? I told her that her faith had made her whole. My child, that same faith is available to you right now. It is not about how long you have been struggling or how many solutions have already failed. It is about your willingness to reach toward me with expectation. That woman did not have a detailed plan. She did not know exactly how it would work. She simply believed that if she could just make contact with me, everything would change, and it did. You have already made contact by being here, by listening, by opening your heart to what I am saying. That is enough to begin the transformation. Do not let anyone tell you that your faith is too small or that you do not have enough. The size of your faith is not what matters. What matters is where you place it. Even faith the size of a tiny seed can move mountains when it is placed in me. I also want you to think about the Father who brought his Son to my disciples. The boy was tormented, throwing himself into fire and water, suffering beyond description. The disciples tried to help but could not. When the Father came to me, he said something remarkably honest. He said, "I believe, but help my unbelief." He admitted his struggle. He did not pretend to have perfect faith. And do you know what I did? I healed his son anyway. You do not have to have perfect faith right now. You do not have to have all your doubts resolved. Bring me your belief mixed with your uncertainty. Bring me your hope tangled up with your fear. I can work with that. In fact, your honesty about where you are is more valuable to me than pretending to be somewhere you are not. What I am asking from you is not flawless trust. I am asking for forward movement. I am asking you to take the next step even while you are still processing the emotions of the current step. Faith is not the absence of questions. Faith is choosing to move toward me despite the questions. And here is what happens when you do that. As you take one step, I meet you there and give you strength for the next one. As you speak one declaration, I honor it and make space for the next one. This is not a single moment. This is a journey we are walking together, and I am matching your pace. When you need to slow down and catch your breath, I slow down with you. When you are ready to run, I run alongside you. You are never going too fast or too slow for me. I am always exactly where you are. I also want to address something you may not have spoken out loud to anyone. You are wondering why this is happening to someone you love. You are asking why I would allow suffering if I have the power to stop it. These are honest questions, and I do not turn away from honesty. What I will say is this: I am not the author of pain. I am the one who steps into pain and brings redemption out of it. Every tear you have cried, I have collected. Every sleepless night, I have been beside you. I waste nothing. Even this trial will become part of a bigger story that brings hope to others who are walking through their own valleys. There are people watching your life right now, whether you realize it or not. They are watching how you respond under pressure. They are noticing whether your faith holds up when it is tested. Your willingness to keep trusting me in the middle of uncertainty is a testimony that will reach further than you can imagine. Do not underestimate the impact of your example. Let me speak now about the days ahead. You may not see an immediate change, and that does not mean nothing is happening. I am laying a foundation that will hold for the long term, not just creating a temporary fix. Trust my methods even when they do not match your expectations. I know what is needed, and I know the exact timing for everything to fall into place. Continue to speak over them. Continue to declare health, peace, and restoration. Do not let your words be casual or uncertain. Speak with conviction when you say, I believe they will recover. Make sure your heart is aligned with your mouth. When you say, I trust you with their future, mean it fully. Half-hearted declarations produce half-hearted results. And here is something important I want you to understand. You are not alone in this. There is a community of people right now in this very moment who are going through something similar. They are fighting for a loved one just like you are. They are choosing faith over fear just like you are. When you share this message or leave a comment, you are connecting with that community. You are reminding each other that you are not isolated in your struggle. If this resonated with you, let others know by commenting below. Your words might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to keep going. My beloved child, I am bringing this time together to a close. But I do not want you to walk away without feeling the full weight of my love for you. You are not just someone I am helping from a distance. You are my cherished one. I see your heart. I see your devotion. I see your willingness to stand even when it is hard. That matters to me more than you know. The person you are concerned about is going to see a breakthrough. It may come suddenly, or it may unfold gradually, but it is coming. Keep your eyes open. Keep your spirit sensitive. When you start to see small signs of improvement, do not dismiss them as coincidence. Recognize my hand at work and give thanks immediately. Gratitude accelerates what I am doing. And when this season is over, when you look back and see how far you have both come, you will understand why I allowed you to walk through it. You will see the strength it built in you. You will see the depth it added to your faith. You will see the compassion it developed in your heart for others who are suffering. None of it will have been wasted. I want to speak to something deeper now, something that goes beyond the immediate crisis you are facing. I see the wounds you carry from the past. I see the moments when you felt abandoned, when you prayed and it seemed like I was silent, when you watched someone else receive their miracle while you were still waiting for yours. Those experiences left marks on your heart, and I have not forgotten a single one of them. You have wondered if I truly care about the details of your life. You have questioned whether I notice your pain, or if I am too occupied with more important matters. Let me settle this once and for all. There is nothing more important to me than you, not because of what you do or what you achieve, but simply because you are mine. I formed you with intention. I know every thought before you think it, every word before you speak it. I have counted every hair on your head. That is how intimately I am involved in your existence. The times you felt I was distant, I was actually closest. When you could not sense my presence, I was carrying you. The periods you look back on as your darkest valleys were the times I was doing my deepest work in you. I was not punishing you. I was not ignoring you. I was preparing you for something greater than you could have handled without that preparation. Think about the process of refining gold. The metal must be placed in intense heat to separate the pure gold from the impurities. The refiner watches carefully, never leaving, never looking away, because the temperature must be exact. Too little heat and the impurities remain. Too much and the gold is damaged. The refiner knows the gold is pure when they can see their own reflection in it. That is what I have been doing in your life. I have been watching carefully, never leaving, bringing you through fire not to harm you but to reveal the purity that was always inside you. You are not the same person you were when your struggles began. You have gained wisdom, you have developed resilience, you have learned to distinguish between what truly matters and what does not. These are not small things. These are treasures that cannot be bought or borrowed. They can only be earned through experience, and I have been guiding that experience every step of the way. Now I want to paint a picture of what is ahead for you. I want you to see beyond this current moment into the future I have planned. There is coming a day when you will be the one someone else turns to in their crisis. You will have the words they need because you walked through your own fire and came out whole. Your testimony will be the lifeline that keeps them from giving up. The compassion you show will be deeper and more authentic because it comes from genuine understanding, not just sympathy. You will look at your loved one, healthy and whole, and you will remember this night. You will remember the fear you felt, the prayers you prayed, the trust you chose when everything in you wanted to doubt. And you will be grateful not just for the outcome, but for the journey that brought you there. You will see how every piece fit together, how even the delays had purpose, how the waiting refined you both. I am also preparing you for a life marked by my presence in a way you have not yet experienced. I want you to know me not just as the one who answers prayers, but as the one who walks with you moment by moment. I want you to hear my voice in the ordinary hours, not just in the desperate ones. I want you to sense my peace in the mundane tasks, not only in the emergencies. This closeness is available to you always. Not just when you need something. Part of the reason I allowed this situation was to draw you into that deeper relationship. When everything is going smoothly, it is easy to forget about me, to let prayer become routine or skip it altogether, to fill your time with distractions that leave no room for my presence. But when crisis comes, suddenly I become your focus. Suddenly you make time. Suddenly you listen for my voice with intensity. I do not cause the crisis, but I will use it to bring you closer if you let me. What I want you to understand is that the closeness you feel with me right now does not have to end when the crisis ends. This can become your new normal. You can wake up each day aware of my presence. You can navigate decisions with my wisdom. You can face challenges with my strength. You can love others with my compassion. This is the abundant life I promised, and it is available to you starting right now. Before I finish, I want to give you a clear instruction for the days immediately ahead. Each morning when you wake up, before you check your messages or think about your schedule, take 3 minutes to speak directly to me. Tell me your concerns, ask for my guidance, declare your trust. Do not make it complicated, just be real with me. Then throughout the day, whenever you think of the person you are concerned about, immediately speak a blessing over them instead of rehearsing your worries. This simple practice will shift your entire experience. I also want you to watch for my signs. I will send you confirmations that I am at work. It might be an unexpected phone call, a message from someone you have not heard from in a while, a song that speaks directly to your situation, a delay that turns out to be protection, or a sudden sense of peace that comes over you for no apparent reason. Do not dismiss these as coincidence. Recognize them as my way of saying I am here, I am active, I am faithful. Until that day comes, stay close to me. Keep talking to me, keep bringing them into my presence. Keep declaring life over death, hope over despair, and healing over sickness. Your voice matters, your faith matters. You matter. I am with you every single step. This I promise. Now go forward in confidence, knowing that what I have started, I will finish. If this message touched your heart, please share it or leave a comment so others can find the encouragement they need tonight. You are not alone, and neither is the one you love. We run on support from people like you. Thank you for being here.